Okay, so here's a video on how to repair the Medeli sp4200 keyboard when you have a broken pitch bend. You need to undo all the screws. They're all the same size for the back panel. There's arrows that identify which one. Also undo the little tiny screws near the front of the keyboard bed. There's also arrows there. Once you undo all those screws, then you'll be able to flip the whole thing up like this. Okay. Hard with one hand, so I'm used to. Okay, after you flip up the whole panel like this, then you'll notice that this is the pitch bend device. I checked with continuity with the multimeter, and I am getting continuity from the 3 pins over to here. Now what I did is I took this off, and this has the 3 pins. So go to this side, you can check with your multimeter, you hold it on one of these pins, then just touch the other probe onto one of these little things. You don't have to unscrew or take this out. What I found was on this panel board, this right here, this connector, it was slid forward. And now what I'll do is I'll break it and put it into the wrong position. So notice I pulled the connector so that I can see these 3 pins have too much space. So what I found is that by having it in this position, this holes right here and those little metal contacts, they were not touching these pins because this had been pulled too far out this way. So there was some force that had made this plastic white piece move too much towards the left. Now it could have been that at the factory or whoever assembled this, when they went to lower this whole lid, in doing so, they may have accidentally pulled to the left, or it's just a defect in when this board was made. I'm assuming it's when this board was made. So the defect was that it needed to have been pushed this way. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it in the broken position to the left to show you what the problem is. So if I connect it now, so now it's connected, meaning the pitch bend controller is connected to this white plastic device, yet now I pushed, it actually moved there. I pushed it further to the left, which means it's not making contact with this board. Now I want to leave it in the wrong position so that I can show you what effect that has. So now I will close the keyboard up again. Okay, now I'll plug it in. Okay, so I'm plugging it in. Now I'll turn it on, and this will show you what are the symptoms of having the broken pitch bend. Okay, so when you play it, that's not an A, that's an A. When you play violin, you know that's an open A string. So it is actually 2 half steps off. It is making a B note when I hit an A. And if I hit a key, I'll just hit it with my elbow, the pitch bend does nothing. No pitch. And it's off. What I was doing is I was just hitting transpose, and I was shifting the whole keyboard transpose down to, actually there's one. So when I was shifting the whole thing down -2, then it works. So if you have a broken pitch bend and you don't want to open it up and fix it, just transpose it down and your A is an A. The problem is though, when you do recording functions, it doesn't record it that way. And also MIDI out is sending this now as a G because of transposed. So what you want to do is you want to have to not transpose and get an A tone out of an A, because this pitch bend normally raises you up 2 half steps and it's not working right now. Now I will show you the repair. So I'll turn it off and then I will unplug it. Now open it up again. Okay, opened it up. Okay, now back to what I was telling you. This amount of metal that you see should not be showing. So I'm going to take the whole thing, push it in. Do you see how it moved? It moved like, I don't know, half a centimeter. Now that it's moved and it's on there, it will work. It's making contact. So now we close it back up again. Okay, now it's closed. Now I turn it back on. Oh, we've got to plug it in first. Okay, plug it in, turn it on. Okay, now we listen to this tone. It's an A. I don't have to transpose anything. And now watch, I'll just hit it with my elbow so you can see. Pitch bend works. And if I hit an A and I hit the pitch bend, that's why that was making a B sound. See? Now we're back on pitch. Pitch bender is now connected. That's how you repair it. And flip it over. Make sure you use pillows. Put pillows underneath it so when you flip it over, it's not too much force on the buttons. And then undo your screws. All right, that's it.